How's it, guys? Welcome to my week 28 pregnancy update video. We have a lot to talk about this time around, so let's dive right in. What does it feel like to be 28 weeks pregnant? You know that saying, what is it? The nights are long, but the nights are long, but the years are short. That totally applies to this situation. I feel like the pregnancy has been so long, but yet now all of a sudden it's kind of going, okay, like 3 months away, 2.5 months away. It's gonna be right around the corner, she'll be here. The most dramatic symptom that I've been experiencing right now has been the start of sciatic pain. So it's kind of like a tingling nerve pain that goes up your back. And I heard that it depends on the way the baby is lying, that sometimes if he or she is lying in a certain way, it's putting pressure on your nerves, so you'll feel it. It's only on the right side. So I don't know if that's why the way she's lying or why I really have that, but I have been experiencing some sciatic nerve back pain. There are some stretches that are really great for this to ease the pain and discomfort, and I'm going to link to that video below where I'm going to show you all of the sciatic stretches that I've been doing. I notice that if I'm sitting in a certain place with no back support to lean back on, that the sciatic pain increases and it gets pretty bad. So as long as I'm sitting up nice and straight, working on my posture, it'll go away. Or if I can lean back on a nice couch or chair, then it's usually okay as well. I would also recommend going to a chiropractor or a massage therapist if your budget allows it, because that is supposed to really help with all of the discomfort and your body's doing so much readjusting that going to see a chiropractor or a massage therapist will really help that. I haven't been to one. I wish that I could, but just right now, unfortunately, it's not in the budget. I've also had an increase in appetite yet again, so maybe she's going through a growth spurt. I've still been craving those sweets, even though I've been trying to do a lot more fruits and vegetables, but I am still craving the high calorie, like dense, sweet, fatty goodness. Cakes and pastries. You know when you walk around the mall for too long, or a theme park, or you've just been like working on your feet for a really long time and you get that sore, achy feeling in your feet? I've also been experiencing that like pretty much every morning when I first get up and I step on my feet. It's like, oh, they're so achy. But it goes away throughout the day and then it comes back again at night from being on your feet. I think with teaching dance and I'm constantly standing up and moving around, my feet get really like heavy, sore, and they're starting to get a little bit swelly towards the end of the day as well. I think it's the fluid that's starting to build up in your body. I've also had a lot of problems like starting to bend down to pick things up. If you bend straight down to pick something up and come back up, it's quite sore. So I've been doing a lot of grand pliés to get down to the floor and get back up, and a few little like penchés with the leg up to just kind of tip over, pick up what I need, and then stand back up versus bending over. So I've really had to get creative on how to pick things up off the floor. Other than those few minor things, everything else has been smooth sailing. And I'm afraid that the doctor has also told me this, that if you have a smooth pregnancy, then usually you have a longer, like more complicated labor. But I'm hoping I can contradict that and have a smooth sailing pregnancy and also a smooth sailing labor. So I think it's all your mindset, and I'm really trying to stay positive and just focus on everything going smoothly. It's all gonna be fine, and this too shall pass, right? Oh, I also got a belly band. So you can use the belly band for maternity clothes, and I think that's what it's intended for, but I've actually been using it for support around my stomach, especially while I sleep. That's really been helpful. Like if you're lying on the side, I just felt like my whole entire stomach was like, ugh, it is so hard to move, and it was so much weight like hanging outside of myself is what it feels like. With the belly band, it holds everything in nice and tight and supportive, so you can roll over from your right to your left with a little bit more ease and more comfort. So I would definitely recommend getting a belly band for support. Yeah, great for maternity clothes, because then you can also still try to fit into your normal jeans, which isn't happening for me. But also for support band, especially if you're wearing a dress and you don't have anything around your stomach, wear that belly band just for some extra support. So time to see the belly shot. Okay, so here we are with the t-shirt. It's a little bit closer up than I usually do, but this is the 28 weeks. I have been told by quite a lot of dance moms that I am carrying larger, especially for my first. You can see the dark line has gotten a little bit darker. She is getting pretty big now. And I'm starting to go a little bit more sideways versus out to the front now. It's starting to kind of go a little bit sideways, but that's okay, you know, whatever's healthy and whatever the baby needs to do. I've also been feeling a lot more movement. It's definitely the most active she's been, and the doctor does say that these are these 3 weeks, 27, 28, 29, are the most active that your baby will be. So that's the belly at 28 weeks. It is the coolest thing to feel her moving, especially now because I can really feel that it's a body. Like you can feel on one end, you know, there's a head, there's a bum, you can feel a foot over here at the same time. So I'm enjoying that. Every morning she wakes me up at about 5 or 6 o'clock, just kind of doing her thing, doing her dancing. And it wakes me up every morning, and it's been such an awesome thing to wake up to. And there was one morning when she didn't wake me up, and I didn't feel her move throughout the whole day. I was kind of getting a little bit nervous. So I do think the doctor's supposed to talk to us, I think tomorrow, about tracking movements and tracking kicks, because as you get into your 3rd trimester, you do want to pay attention to your baby's movements, his or her habits, and how he or she feels inside of you, so that you can regulate if you have that gut instinct that something might be wrong, when to go to the doctor, and when everything should be is okay. So thank you guys so much for joining me on my week 28 video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was pretty short and pretty simple, but really, I think if you go with the flow and you're not so stressed out, your pregnancy can be really smooth. And it shouldn't freak you out. It really freaked me out at the beginning. I was terrified of being pregnant, and it's actually been okay. So again, thanks for joining me, and I will see you in 2 weeks for your week 30 update.